Penny Appeal utilizes your Fitra donations to help make a difference to the lives of some of the most vulnerable and needy families.
And for that, every single day, we're really thankful for given the opportunity to serve humanity.
We ensure they receive their food packs well ahead of Eid, ensuring that every family we serve benefits from your Fitra contribution. Fidya and or kafara also accepted. Visit www.pennyappeal.org.za or call 031 1100 573. Penny Appeal. Small change. Big difference.
Okay, so what we want to do is look at in this, Ramadan in society features how the actions of certain individuals or organizations in Ramadan impacts on broader society. Shanaaz Paruk, heading up Penny Appeal South Africa, certainly does just that. Shanaaz, good chatting to you. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Always a pleasure to be catching up with you.
Absolutely. So and vice versa, right? So here's the bottom line, and it's a quick pitch about what does Penny Appeal do?
We're instrumental in terms of providing a range of blended short and long-term projects focused on primarily food security, access to water and sanitation and hygiene facilities. We also do a lot of projects across the focus areas of education, emergency response, care for orphans and vulnerable children, and as well as anything that can work towards making our communities a bit more self-sustaining in South Africa as well as specific areas out of South Africa.
So how then practically do you go about doing just that? I understand the wish list, but there has to be a degree of mobilization, right? How do you do that?
Everything that we do has to be backed up in terms of having a common baseline assessment in every community that we look at. We're a community-focused organization, which means that we prefer working on community transformation and also including other individuals or CBOs, community-based organizations. We establish what are the needs in communities that we've identified need assistance, and then we have literally a roadmap in terms of carefully developed with information, with measurable goals and output, and it's these projects that we actually implement at grassroots level to ensure that change takes place and it's meaningful change that we're able to monitor and evaluate after a period of time.
Now, because of so much of what we do in City, what I'd like to do is pick on this theme of, it's about real people with real stories, right? So I'm going to flip it around to say, share maybe one or two very quick anecdotes, and we've got like a minute to do that, to say, how does it impact on society? Can you give me like one person, you don't have to name names, about how it changes what happens to them based upon what Penny Appeal does?
We've been out in the field extensively throughout the course of Ramadan and before, and we will still be after the month of Ramadan. We've seen a massive shift in terms of individuals requiring access to basic things like food security or food. If I just take that, some of the communities we've visited elderly people who have shared with us how they don't get to eat 3 solid meals a day. We've seen grown men at distribution sites come to us, with us thinking it's a security risk, but in actual fact, they came to us saying, we haven't seen this much of food in such a long time. Thank you. I think it's the small changes that make the big difference. The changes to give people what they need at this point in time. There's always a time and place for long-term sustainable change, but we're also at a stage where our communities are in need of short-term food relief.
Absolutely, yeah.
Food relief. And I think that is something that hits the nail on the head every time.
Well, let's leave it at that. Small changes, big difference, about real people with real stories. And you guys have done just that, Penny Appeal. Thanks for your time, Shanaaz, most appreciated, and really important issues that Penny Appeal does. Check them out. They're on social media all over and see the type of work they do. Let's get the news now. Just go on 9 o'clock.
Connect with Salam Media on Twitter @Salam Media.
From his position. In a letter sent to the provincial leadership, Amabuya Kulu says while he believes that a person